Hey, shall we do a quick update? Yeah, not building anything on camera today. Tired, hay fever, Monday. But I'll show you what has been done recently, and I will go from there. So I have built some shins. You've seen those. They are now coloured. They are not finished. I need to match colours with other blues. They're not far off. I need to add the weathering and the damage. So I've got two of those. Look at that. This is like early days, left and right. Previous. So they're on the way. I quite like them. I'm very pleased, in fact. In addition to those, I have got some wrapping. It's not leather, it's fake, which is good because we don't want to be upsetting the animals. What I'm thinking of doing is having my shin on my leg, and then not like that, maybe like that. I'm going to have some wraps that go around, and you'll see them look like they're sort of wrapped round because they're wraps. And I might do it on the lower part as well. I saw on the Obi-Wan Kenobi TV series, Obi-Wan's got like wraps at the top of his boots. They're not leather, they're like, you know, they're fabric. But I thought that would look quite cool. That would match my belt, and it would just give it a little extra colour depth to the kit. So that's going to happen. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this into strips, and I'm going to go on the sewing machine, and I will just tidy it and then make a wrap and maybe put Velcro on it so I can actually Velcro it shut rather than actually tying it. And we'll see. That's early stages. I think that's what I'm going to do with those and the shins, because I think that'll look pretty good. So I've got my thigh plate, which I've done on camera. I've got my shins, I've got my back plate, my chest plate, I've got a flight suit. I need to do my flak vest. I'm not doing that for a while yet. So big update. This is the big one. I was trying to print a helmet and I was not having any success. So that's the first part. It's clearly obvious what it was going to be. It's a cheek. Look, ta-da! It would have been a cheek on a standard sort of Django Fett helmet. Look at all the support you need. Yak! It was using a lot of material. Anyway, it was going great guns. Because, you know, I have an up and down relationship with the 3D printer, and it was really going well. I had to switch filaments, which is a new achievement for me, and I did that, and then I walked away and did my thing without checking it, and that's the support. I came back this much later, and instead of being there or wherever it should be, it doesn't even fit anymore. This was doing that, so the machine had shifted, and I don't know how or why. Didn't see it happen, didn't catch it on camera, so I thought, well, that had took like 20 hours. I've just thrown it in the bin, and I just thought, to complete a helmet this big, it's going to take ages and ages, and it's going to just cost so much in filament, and I guarantee it wouldn't be the last time something failed. So I decided I'll keep my 3D printing to small items, because I have a very high failure rate, and I find it extremely frustrating. This is my original. This is a Django two-piece by, it's a Ruby's helmet. It's a toy. That's actually a toy which has been, I've reinforced it with fiberglass and, you know, loads of Bondo and cool paint. So these used to be really cheap because it's a toy. That's a welder's mask, but they don't make them anymore, and they're becoming more and more rare, harder to get. So the price has gone up, and I was checking because I thought I don't want to print another helmet, because that's just hurting my mind. I'll have a look to see how much a Django 2-piece is again, because, well, you know, look at this dude, he's cool. You know, that's a good bucket. Don't look inside. So I thought, I'll see how much they are. And I bought this 2 years ago, and it cost me about £30 English money, which I was fairly pleased with. 30 quid's not a lot of money to get to this. I mean, I probably spent more on paint and filler than the actual bucket. But they're now £60 ish, and then you've got to add shipping on. And I thought, well, that's expensive for a toy, and I didn't really want to have to go through the malarkey of having to, because it's joined across there. You can see where I had to fix the problem. I didn't want to go through the malarkey of sealing it, sticking it, filling it, and then having to support it, because it's a toy. These parts here, they tend to be a bit flappy, and you have to reinforce it and do all sorts. And it was, whilst it was a cheap project, it was a bit of a faff about. So they're expensive. I love it. So I went shopping on the internet in a moment of weakness, and I thought, I can't afford a 3D printed bucket by someone else, or a resin bucket, which are lovely. So I just mooched about the internet for a bit, and I found a guy on Etsy. I'll put his name across here. His name's Clive, and he had a bucket which would fit me. It was printed and it was primed, which means I don't have to do any filling, I don't have to do any sanding, I don't have to do any priming, and all the other things that no one likes to do, because, you know, building a kit, life is basically hours and hours of all those prep jobs. And I thought, well, you know what, because I've got a cheap bucket here, and it was £75, and for a bucket which is essentially ready to paint, 75 quid's not a lot of money. It's almost investment potential. Look what I got. Look at that. Look at the finish. Clive, you worked like a trooper on this. It's beautiful for £75. And it came with pocket. Got my little doohickey on the back. And it came with, now it hasn't got a rangefinder. It's got two of those. Now I can decide if I want, I can print a rangefinder. I'm capable of that. But I'm not sure if I want one now, because this is excellent as it is. So it will have that, and it'll have that. I don't know if I've got these the right way around. I do. And it'll have that. You know, a rangefinder isn't an essential, because, you know, the Mandalorian doesn't have one. I could fit some other greeblies on it. So at the moment, I've got a bucket ready to paint for 75 quid. Not only that, I ordered it on, I think I ordered it on a Friday morning, first thing, maybe on Thursday night. It was here on Saturday, which is just outstanding. I wasn't here. I was away. I was camping. My neighbour took it in for me. So I got home from a camping trip to this. Look at this. It's beautiful. And I haven't had to bother printing anything, because I was getting sick and tired of the whole process. So it's also got the little connecty cable-y thing, you know, the little socket which will go on his face. I don't know, I may or may not put it on, because I've already got one on the other one. So the principle is, now I've got this, what shall I do? How shall I paint it? Well, my idea is this. This area, the lower half, going to be blue, like that. And then the rest of the bucket, I will spray it silver. Not like shiny chrome, no. All of that will be chrome. And then what I'm going to do is I'll mask that off. And I will mask off around here, and I'll mask off around there, and I'll mask off there, exposing this bit and these parts to paint. and I'm going to spray the front orange, and I'm going to try and mask it off using Vaseline or toothpaste so it all splodges. And then when the first coat or the first couple of coats of orange has dried, I'll then mask again around the edges, and I will do the darker shade of orange that I've used extensively. So I'll have a couple of shades. The cheeks might be dark, and this might be light, or this might be light, this might be dark, and this might be light. I don't know. I'm going to have a little brainstorming session. And then when all of that's done, across the front, I shall put Ahsoka Tano's tattoo face markings across here somewhere, somehow. It's going to look great. And you know, you've got a bucket, you are like way advanced. And then I've got the board on the back. What I'm going to do is some of this Abranet, which I sand, I shall put some behind that as well, just to obscure it a little bit. And there, so big progress, big update, big bucket. I love it. It's so rigid. I absolutely adore this. I couldn't be happier. I couldn't be happier with the price I paid. I couldn't be happier with the service I received. I couldn't be happier with the condition it's arrived in. I have just saved myself days of misery, because that's sanding. I'm going to leave it there. I will probably paint this on camera, but knowing me, I will probably get overexcited and just do it anyway. I don't know, but I've got to do some brainstorming. But there you go. Welcome to Bucket Town. See you later.